I got rewinded, and that's Izanami. Welp. Welcome back to Naruto Shinobi Striker. Sasuke last battle has brought defense types the most stylish jutsu that they've ever seen, and I can't get tired of seeing it in action. It's so versatile and extremely cool. I'm talking of course about the flying thrust. Swap places with your kunai and lunge with a chidori at your opponent. Today we're gonna try out some of my favorite loadouts with this ability, which makes defense types play in a very different way than what they're used to. So hopefully this video will inspire you to try something new. Just like Noom inspired me to take better care of my health. This video is brought to you by Noom. Noom is a different, new way to get healthy and achieve your goals using proven psychology and cognitive behavioral therapy practices. Noom leverages a powerful combination of human coaches, psychology, and science to empower people to take control over their health. I'd like to invite you guys to take a free 30-second quiz at noom.com/globku or click the link in the description. Noom customizes their plan for you based on this quiz, so everything is personalized. My favorite thing about Noom is how much it focuses on education versus dieting. It's more important to understand how to develop healthy habits than to just focus on the food that you're eating. Everyone is different, and that's what's so good about Noom. Everything is personalized to you. You take the quiz, you set your goals, and then every day you can log whatever information you want to keep track of, as well as read up on some important topics with their daily lessons. Look, everyone goes over their calorie budget sometimes, and that's okay. What's important is to understand what is triggering that. Instead of, just feeling like garbage because you ate one too many chocolate bars. Understanding why we make the decisions that we do. It is learning and not dieting that leads to real and lasting change. That focus on the psychological side of things to me is what makes Noom work so well. So if any of this sounds good to you, take your free 30-second quiz today. Go to noom.com/globku or click the link in the description to get started now. And thank you, Noom, for sponsoring this video. First loadout, we're gonna use the wood strangle to hopefully keep an opponent in place and nerf their defense, maximizing what we can get out of the flying kunai. Flying thrust has enough tracking of its own, so it's not hard to hit. The wood strangle is not exactly here to help us hit with this ability. It's mostly here to help us nerf the opponent's defense, so we can deal more damage and help out in team fights. And speaking of team fights, of course there's one starting right now for the scroll that's spawning right here. And the opponent has a Susanoo armor on point, though I do target the attack type and completely miss. Now I don't have a counter to this, but fortunately my teammate is running the thunderclap arrow, and that's gonna delete the Susanoo armor too. We get the scroll. It's a healing scroll, and that's gonna help us a lot in this team battle. That defense type is looking weak already, so we're gonna try and snipe him with the wood strangle. That connects, and the flying kunai just to finish things off. The defense nerf definitely helped us secure that kill, so we have the upper hand. We outnumber the enemy team, which should give us the advantage in this team fight. A new scroll has spawned. I'm gonna move away because we still have the numbers advantage until our defense type teammate falls. So now it's a 3v3 and the enemy should be respawning. Luckily, it's a Kirin scroll and we're gonna secure 2 kills immediately. This attack type is also gonna die to a big explosion, and now it's pretty much a 4v1. Wood strangle connects. He gets pulled out of it though and uses a substitution, so the combo doesn't fully connect. And my god, that's Susanoo armor. If you're not running a counter, he really can survive even in a situation where he's completely outnumbered. The team fight continues. The enemy team has their numbers. The enemies have respawned. Gonna throw another flying thrust. That's gonna hit the opponent, smack them into a wall, which allows me to continue the combo. No kill yet, but my god, that defense type is bleeding. Substitutes out, is able to survive a bit longer, but not that long. Our teammates get another scroll. It is Gamma Bunta, so that's gonna help us too. Gonna hit him there with the wood strangle, and unfortunately flying thrust flies straight into a wall and interrupts itself. The opponent's just gonna fall to the pit though. I don't know why. I didn't do that. There's an attack type bleeding. Our teammates takes him down. So looking very good. 3 kills left on the enemy team. And there's another bleeding attack type. Hit him with a smoke bomb. Beautiful mid-air collision. 2 kills left to go. Enemy activates the Susanoo armor. Wood strangle completely counters it. And the flying kunai is gonna knock him straight into the pit. 1 kill to go as I fall down to the pit myself. Yeah, thanks for that, Gamma Bunta. I thought you were on our side. respawn, make my way into the team, but the last kill is gonna be secured before I even get there. That was very, very clean. Our team died twice, which if you ask me is a very good result in a combat battle. I like this loadout a lot. The combo works, the debuff from Wood Strangle helps a lot in team fights, and it allows defense types to fight from a safe distance. Usually they have to be in your face. That said, this loadout has no defensive abilities. If you need to protect a point or defend a position to capture a scroll, you have nothing to keep the opponent away from it. And also in a 1v1 situation, I wasn't feeling very comfortable with this loadout, as it definitely helps in a team fight, but on a 1v1 you don't have a ton of damage. But good loadout nonetheless. Let's move on to the next one. The idea for this is similar to the previous one, but instead of trapping the opponent with Wood Strangle, we're just gonna slow them down with Sand Shower. But Sand Shower is also gonna be dealing some damage over time, so let's see if that works. We've got another combat battle, this time in the Hidden Leaf Forest, which means the first team fight for the scroll is gonna happen right here. The enemy heal type seems to be the one defending the scroll, so let's put a Sand Shower right there. He doesn't seem to be moving away, so let's just Flying Thrust, and he's blocking, so that's very, very good. Let's use the strong attack to knock some of these guys away and allow our defense type to grab the scroll safely. It is a heal scroll. That's definitely, once again, gonna help us a lot in this team battle. And now I'm just trying to get out of here, because my god, I can't see! Get some distance, activate another Sand Shower, very good position. It's getting a lot of hits, because it's right in the middle of a team fight, and Flying Thrust, knocking the healer into the wall. And now I'm just chasing the healer, but this camera just isn't helping. It's locking onto everything except the healer. Finally, get a lock on him. Their attack type is doing a good job of protecting the healer, but not good enough. And the Flying Thrust gets interrupted by the wall. That is very unfortunate. The healer substitutes away. We get the wall splat, a couple more hits, and no, the healer is one hit away. One hit away. Use a super lightweight boulder, and we get the kill. I'm now remembering what this match was. This was the match where I discovered that Flying Thrust is actually interrupted if you do it near walls. Now our teammates are in trouble. I'm gonna try to help, and unfortunately my movement sucks. That Sand Shower is not gonna hit anyone. I'm gonna chase down this attack type with Flying Thrust, and once again interrupted by the wall. At this point, I did not know what was going on. I just thought, okay, this jutsu is bugged. It's just not working. But yeah, if your kunai collides with a wall, the second stage of the jutsu can get interrupted. Another Sand Shower comes through. Let's try to jump in there with another flying kunai, and it gets interrupted again. This is so frustrating, but the way you make it work in situations like this is you just smash the jutsu button. So you teleport as soon as the kunai leaves your hand. That usually fixes it in these situations. I'm gonna move towards the scroll now. There's also an attack type there. I try to slow him down with Sand Shower and try to chase with Flying Thrust, but unfortunately that doesn't work out. This attack type is gonna substitute once. I'm gonna do a strong attack. He's gonna substitute again, and then he comes in from behind with a solo ult. Yeah, nothing I could have done there. 2 subs into ult. That was just a guaranteed kill for the attack type. And the enemy team managed to pick up kills on all of our teammates, so they killed all 4 of us. We are bleeding bad. We are so behind right now. Sand Shower on the defense type and chase him down with a Flying Raijin, which doesn't work again. This time I have no idea why though. Defense type is running the Susanoo armor, and Sand Shower deals damage through the Susanoo armor, but unfortunately it does not delete it. So you can't get too much damage from this because you're not deleting the armor, which then would make your attacks work. My ultimate is ready. The defense type is right next to me, so let's activate it. And of course they move to a different location because this ultimate is so slow. That said, someone walked into it, so I'll take it. 1 kill. That's good enough. We're running the Sasuke ult and the Sasuke substitution because it's a new DLC. I want to get used to it to really see if it's good or bad, but in my opinion, it just takes way too long to come off. We do get a kill with a Flying Thrust. I believe that is the first time Flying Thrust actually worked properly in this whole game. Grab the scroll safely, and that is another cooldown scroll, which allows us to do a Sand Shower from a distance and focus down the healer. Good timing on that Yasuka beads, denying the flying kunai. But fortunately, the scroll is going to allow us to do it again. Let's harass the crap out of this healer. Boom, another Flying Thrust. We have to jump away from that Kirin. That healer's still there. Another Sand Shower on top of him, and another Flying Thrust. Activating it as soon as it leaves my hand this time to make sure it doesn't drop. The flying kunai is now on cooldown as the cooldown scroll effect wears out. This healer's still alive, but now, oh my goodness! You see that? The flying kunai not only caught caught the healer, it also caught the location where he subbed to. 2 hits for 1 use of the jutsu, and that's gonna allow us to pick up the kill on the heal type finally. This could be the start of a comeback. We only have 2 lives left, so we have to play very, very cleanly, making sure to regroup, and that's a very good use of the sleeping jutsu ultimate. The flying kunai is gonna get me right in the middle of it. Gonna take some damage, but they chose the wrong guy to focus on. Defense types still very buff, and with the heal type supporting me, it's not easy to get a kill. I'm gonna scramble a little bit. I'm gonna try to get in a better position, and the sand shower to help the team fight. They are picking up the kills while the enemy team focuses on me. Flying kunai into this attack type, and that's just unfortunate timing, isn't it? He happens to ult just as I teleport into his face. I would say this combo also works, and it also allows you to fight from a safe distance, but it is lacking in finishing power. It doesn't have that burst damage that you need to finish off a healer. Because as you saw, that fight against the heal type really dragged on. This loadout has damage, but it's like sustained damage over time. You need that burst damage to finish off healers. So with that in mind, let's finish big, pairing the flying thrust with the meta jutsu Hazan Strike. When putting this together, I thought this loadout was going to be good for fighting, but it will probably also come in handy for flag battle, because both of these jutsu travel like crazy. So that's what we're going to try. We're going to try to capture a flag with this loadout, and if anyone gets in our way, I think we're in a pretty good position to fight as well. The enemy flag is looking kind of free right now. If they don't want to protect it, I mean, I'll just take it for myself. Thanks. Let's get out of there. Flying thrust and to Hazan Strike, and that's a pretty good distance. Now, flying thrust can actually get more, and I don't know what happened there. The wire kunai actually connected. They did the flying animation and everything, but it didn't fly. Flying thrust can actually travel more if you delay the second activation. If you allow the kunai to travel further, you will get more distance out of this. Get clipped by the Shidori from the enemy team. I'm looking for our flag, not exactly sure where it is. Beautiful Yasaka beads are gonna allow me to recapture the flag. There's a big fight in our flag point, and I get hit twice, which means the flag is knocked away. We dropped it. It's up there on the bridge. I'm gonna try to reach this attack type. I do get the hit, but Ashura is gonna fall, and with that, the enemy flag is going to be returned easily. Now, the enemy team is attacking our flag. We almost got that capture first try, but now we're going to need to defend for a little bit. Attack type subs out. We're being attacked by an attack type and a range type. Yasaka beats are going to finish one of them. Only the range type remains. Try to finish with a smoke bomb. Gonna trust the flying thrust tracking here, and the flying thrust tracking is really good, but the enemy was further away than I thought, so that's going to completely miss. What's not going to completely miss, though, is Hazan Strike, because this jutsu is just too good. With both attackers eliminated, it's time to move towards the enemy flag once again. There's a range type standing in our way. Use the flying thrust right away to counter anything he would throw at us. That teleport is gonna get us out of the way of his jutsu. Just gonna block for a little bit, and Hazan Strike is gonna connect too. It's a 2v1 situation, and the enemy is bleeding enough that I feel comfortable leaving it to my teammate and work on capturing the flag. We have a ranged type trying to capture the enemy flag, but is having trouble being attacked by another ranged type, which is gonna allow me to just jump in there and take it for myself. Now, being attacked by 2 enemies right here, Hazan Strike is gonna track this ranged type. The armor from Hazan Strike is gonna keep me safe, and the flying thrust is gonna take me out of that messy situation, allow me to move with the flag further away from that fight, and hopefully take the cap right here. Some normal movement. Hazan Strike is off cooldown once again. We're gonna Hazan Strike the sub, but that's gonna be enough to take it. I still get hit as I capture the flag. Like, the enemy team is not sleeping on the job. Even if they're trying to capture the flag, they are actively looking out for me when I am trying to capture. But our flag seems safe for the moment, which means let's move on, try to get another capture. Our range type falls down. He was trying to capture the flag himself, and this is a 1v2 situation, which means we're gonna have to fight right here. Beautiful flying thrust countering the enemy approach, and there is a defense type protecting the flag with Susanoo armor. Hazan Strike is gonna be his nightmare, though. That jutsu is so good, and it also counters the Susanoo armor, deleting it completely. This 2v1, however, is not looking very good. I launch my kunai, and he activated Needle Jizo. This is gonna teleport automatically. Wow, nice counterplay there. I was always gonna teleport. There's no way to interrupt the teleportation, which meant as soon as I dropped the kunai, I was already dead. Respawn next to a scroll, that's very fortunate. It is a cooldown scroll. Maybe that will help us in this fight for the flag, and I got rewinded, and that's Izanami. Welp. As I respawn, I look around and the enemy team has our flag. I'm kind of in a good position to chase them down, especially because both of my jutsu travel like crazy. So I can use them for movement as well as contesting the flag. So there goes the enemy. We do the flying thrust and it's close, but no cigar. When all else fails is on strike. Couple of attacks are gonna knock the flag away from the opponent and our teammates get it back. With that defense complete, we are free to move back into the enemy flag and try to capture the winning point. There's also a scroll on the way there, so let's just pick it up. It is another cooldown scroll. Gonna make my way to the flag. It is almost captured. There is a range type right here with Chidori. Just gonna activate my ult and probably completely miss. Oh my god, it takes so long to activate. Two of our teammates fall, which means the enemy team is going to be able to carry our flag for a little bit. But my god, the movement on both of these abilities is insane. The movement on me, not so insane, but the jutsu, very good. We got a range type chasing us down. They do have a Chidori as well. Couple of attacks in, forces us to waste our sub. And the flying thrust is going to put me in a safe spot. Takes me too far, but nothing we can't fix with a little movement to capture the winning flag. This loadout is insanely good. It can both fight and carry flags, plus it deals some very good damage, whether you're solo or in a team fight. That said, once again, it has no defensive ability, so if you want to protect the flag, or if you want to protect a scroll spawn or a base, this loadout is not gonna help you like that. But those are 3 loadouts using the new, most stylish jutsu for defense types. Let me know which jutsu you are running with flying thrust. I'd love to read your ideas in the comments down below. And don't forget about today's sponsor, Noom. Take that free 30-second quiz to get started. Just follow the link down below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku and I'll see you next time. Bye.